Now, what you're all here for, the fight between Arya and Brienne. Alright, let's get into it. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. She's like, get serious. Oh, she's moving exactly like that Bravosi swordsman in the arena we saw. It wouldn't get through her armor, though. A sword like that. They're just like a... Oh my god, I love this. She's like... Let's go. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. She's like, what the hell happened? How did she, what did she, how? Oh. The dagger. What? She just switched with the, how did she, what the hell?
Who taught you how to do that?
No one.
No one. I taught myself, or actual no one taught her. Come on, I want to see their jaws like wide open. What? Impressed? Oh, I really want to find out if he recognized her when he visited Tywin back in season 2 or 3.
What do you think of her? Who?
Daenerys. Who do you think?
I
My
believe
mother.
You know of whom I speak.
I think she has a good heart.
A good heart? I've noticed you staring at a good heart.
There's no time for that. How many men do we have in the north to fight him? 10,000 less?
Fewer.
Fewer.
Speaking
Fewer!
of good heart,
Nice.
Miss Sunday of North.
We don't have marriage in Narth, so the concept of a bastard doesn't exist.
Huh.
That sounds liberating.
And if you wanted to sail home to Narth tomorrow?
Then she would give me a ship and wish me good fortune.
You believe that?
I know it. She's not our queen because she's the daughter of some king we never knew. She's the queen we chose.
Getting a sense.
Will you forgive me if I switch sides?
Oh, Davos. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. He's gonna gut him for Rob.
Sansa. Is she alright?
What you did for her is the only reason I'm not killing you.
Your sister?
Captured and
Euron has her. I came to ask the Queen to help me get her back.
The Queen is gone.
Where did she go?
Where did she go? Wait, what happened? Where did she go? I don't remember. Did they cut to here because she came here? That's not right. Right? I don't know.
All the gold safely through the gates of King's Landing. With your permission, flogging stragglers has a marked effect on mobility.
What? That look.
So, Jamie.
Break on.
Dick on.
Dick on.
Oh, Bran.
What? Listen.
Did you hear horses? Dothraki? They came to attack already? Formation doesn't matter. If she has dragons, she can just come from behind. Yo, I'm getting flashbacks to Mulan, the Huns. Except there's no avalanche you can just send to take care of these guys. Is Bran gonna die here? I don't want him to die here. Or Jamie.
Get back to King's Landing.
I'm not abandoning my army.
You're the commander, not a damn infantryman. Those fuckers are about to swamp us.
We can hold them off.
Can't hold that off. Woo! God, you guys are done. Did she bring the other dragons? Look at that. Oh, shit. Oh. And they don't have Qyburn's weapon here either. Oh, man, they're all dead. Stop, drop, and roll. They rode through the flames. God damn, that's... They're burned to ashes already? Holy crap, he just jumped from his horse. Oh, look at that. I thought when they said shooting from their horses, I meant they like sitting, but they're like standing on their horses. Oh, are they just destroying all the... Don't you need that at all? No? Okay. If you can't have it, if I can't have it, you can't have it. Damn. Oh god. Burn the arrows. Do not let Daenerys get hit. Do not let her get hit. Oh, okay. Drogon defended her. Dickon Tarly. Sorry. Ooh. Wow, Bran. Oh, what a move. His gold. His gold, no! Everything he's fought for. You just get a sword from the guy's body. He's gonna use some dirty fighting to get him killed. Never mind, just straight freaking ballista. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where are you?
Watching them kill Lannister men. Oh, it's rough on him. These are his people. His brother. But... Oh! No! Into the ocean. Oh. Oh! He can still fly. Dracarys. Oh. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead for sure. Oh, wow. He sees him.
Flee, you idiot.
Come on, boy. Come on.
No. Jaime, you're kidding me. He just needs to look at you and breathe fire and you're dead.
You idiot. You fucking idiot.
Who saved him? My god, that was... Oh. Is he unconscious? Or is the armor just too heavy for him to swim? Move! Is that the end of the episode? Oh my god. Holy crap. That was a crazy episode. Oh man. And seeing Arya fight against Brienne. Oh man. Oh, this show is getting... I don't want the show to end. We've only got 3 more episodes this season. 9 episodes overall. Oh, wow. Alright, left in some of my immediate reaction after the episode, but that was definitely my favorite episode this season. I can't believe everything that we got to see. The Spoils of War is definitely a good episode title for sure. Cersei pays off her entire debt to Tycho and the Iron Bank. Tycho starts talking about how efficient she's been even compared to her father. To be fair, Tywin could have done it if he wanted to, but he also felt like diplomatic relations were more important. So instead of like attacking Highgarden, he thought a good relationship with them is more important. Plus, he didn't have a foreign invader or rebelling nations that would warrant military action against Highgarden. So, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder what it would be like to play Civilization, the video game, strategy video game, against some of these characters. For those of you who don't know, it's a game where you start building a civilization from like its first village or city and gradually build it up into like a vast country. The base game has like real life civilizations from all over the world, and you can choose which leader to use, all with their own like buffs and unique units and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? The game can be modded on PC, so I would be surprised if there wasn't a Game of Thrones mod for the game already. I'll have to check that out. Like, I would love to play a game of Civilization against Tywin and some of these other characters. You know what? I'm gonna look that up right now. Civilization Game of Thrones mod. Okay, so there is one. There was one for Civ 5 and Civ 6. I'm gonna go for Civ 6 because I do like that a little bit more. You know what? I should just pull it up on my screen. Give me a second. There we go. Browser. I'll move back over. All right. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. So it's like a game like this where yeah, you just build your cities, build farms, stuff like that, and you build up resources to use. Did I just see something over there? What was that unit? So normally they have like these are these baby dragons? I cannot tell. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, let me see their notes here. Oh, there's a scenario of War of the Five Kings. Pick one of the 5 leaders vying for control of Westeros following the death of Robert Baratheon. That's really cool. They've got wonders that you can build. The Titan of Bravos, Casterly Rock, the Eyrie. Really cool. New city-states. Oh, look at that. Soth, Salosh, Mardosh. I actually don't recognize most of these names. New art, new religions, new maps. That's really cool. War of the Five Kings. Pick one of the 5. Yeah, we just saw that. Eddard Stark and Jon Snow. So you can choose your leaders and stuff like that. So it's cool. Roose Bolton, not Ramsay Bolton. Interesting. Tywin Lannister, Cersei Lannister, representing House Lannister. Stannis, Robert, and Renly for Baratheon. Olenna for House Tyrell. That's really, really cool. You know what? I'm actually really interested in trying this out. Look at that. Daenerys, Eddard Stark. This would be really cool to play against people. I kind of want to do this right now. You know what? I'm going to do this on my channel. I really love Civilization, and I would love to play this. So I'll do this on my channel eventually if I can get it to work, because not all mods are compatible, and it hasn't... It was actually updated pretty recently, the 2018, December 15th, so it probably will work with the game I have now. Look, Prince Duran. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the list of leaders again. And here we go. Eddard, Jon, Roose Bolton, Tywin, Cersei, Stannis, Robert, Renly, Olenna, Balon, and Euron, Doran, Daenerys, Peter Baelish, oh my god, Edmure Tully, Khal Drogo, Mance Rayder. So each of them have their own different abilities and stuff like that. So let me know down in the comments below what faction you would like me to play as. I'll take that into consideration. I don't want to do random because I don't want to wind up playing as someone boring like Balon Greyjoy. He wouldn't be boring per se. He probably has... I hardly use like naval naval units when I play Civilization, so that would be kind of difficult for me to do. I don't know what any of the naval units do, really. Anyway, yeah, let me know what civilization you think would be best for me to play as. It's cool that there are smaller states, city-states out here, so you're not just playing against your enemies. You're also playing with, trying to ally with these different houses. Look at that House Frey. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna close this and get back to the discussion here. Yeah, so let me know. I'll play that on this channel, unlike with the other gaming stuff. I'll play this on my channel. Each game is like hours long though, so I might do multiple sittings. We'll see. But yeah, back to the episode. Finally, we have a few scenes with Bran. Littlefinger trying to get on Bran's good side, even giving him the Valyrian steel dagger that almost killed him. And Bran dropped that "chaos is a ladder" line. So very, very cool. And when he gave Sansa that speech last episode, when Littlefinger gave Sansa that speech last episode, it actually applies a lot to Bran now. Every possible series of events is happening all at once. For Bran, when he touches that weirwood tree, that's what happens. Live that way and nothing will surprise you. Everything that happens will be something you've seen before. So that fits Bran like to a T. But despite giving that speech, I'm pretty sure that Littlefinger didn't see it coming for Bran to say chaos is a ladder. You could see he was pretty shaken, and he barely lets on, but that was great. And then when Arya was trying to become no one, it felt like Jaqen was trying to lead her, and she was in charge of pushing down her own emotions. Whereas with Bran, it feels like his emotions were tamped down by everything he's seen. Like he showed no emotion with Mira leaving. Even back when they were leaving the cave for the first time, it felt like he still had emotions. He was horrified at what he did to Willis, and now he's no longer Brandon Stark, so I don't know what he saw on the way back from the north, back from above the wall, rather. I'm very curious. But yeah, he's seen too much, he's lived too many different lives, and poor Mira, I feel like Bran's role in the coming years will be instrumental in the war, so she's accomplished so much getting him to the north and then back. But the boy she was helping isn't there anymore, and it was basically a thankless task. Even if the history books won't remember you and your sacrifice, Mira, I will. But I wonder who else Bran can freak out next. Like, out of his family, only Jon doesn't know about his powers. We'll go over his interaction with Arya later. Annoying. What could he say to Jon that would surprise him? Maybe it's the same thing that Melisandre said to freak Jon out. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Meanwhile, I know everything. But Arya comes back to Winterfell, and oh my god, she's always getting stopped at the gates. First at King's Landing, when she was chasing that cat and wound up outside, and now here. And she uses the same reasoning to get past the guards as last time. If I am who I say I am, and Ned/Sansa finds out you turned me away, they're gonna be mad. So they let her in. We see her sitting there and taking in Winterfell. That was really, really nice to see. Really emotional. She sees the banner too, and yeah, she slips away from the guards, and Sansa knows that she's in the crypt. And I loved seeing them be reunited. It was such a heartwarming moment. Even if Arya liked to leave sheep dung in Sansa's mattress and whatever other torture she had. I was so excited to see Sansa find out about Arya's skills though. Like, she thought Arya ran from the guards, as if. And she could have taken them down like nothing if she wanted to. And Sansa actually, like, chuckles when Arya tells her about her list of people she wants to kill at first. Like, she had no idea, and it was so fun. I desperately want someone to find out what Arya did to the Freys, though. I wish somebody knew. That would be so cool. Arya meets with Bran, too. I don't think we got a good sense of their relationship outside of like him chasing her when she loosed that arrow at that target perfectly in the first episode. I'm glad he didn't say something traumatizing like he did to Sansa last episode with the "you looked so beautiful that night." Something like, "You look so beautiful slitting Walder Frey's throat, dear sister." But he does talk about how he saw Arya almost go to King's Landing because Cersei is on Arya's list of names. And that's the first sense Sansa got that Arya might have actually been capable of crossing names off that list. And then asking her about what other names are on that list and hearing that most of the others are already dead. She must have been dying to ask which ones Arya personally crossed off. She must have also been thinking, it's nice that my little sister has a hobby. I'm just kidding. It was nice to see them stroll all together through Winterfell stroll through Winterfell. In that very same scene, though, Pod refers to Brienne as Milady, and she starts to correct him before relenting and saying thank you. Like, is she softening to the idea of becoming a lady after everything is finished, after all the wars are over? I don't know. It doesn't seem like her style, but I don't know why she's finally relented. Jon walks Daenerys through the Dragonglass mine, and he says, "There is something else I want to show you, Your Grace." Pretty sure he hasn't showed that to anyone since Ygritte. Don't think I didn't notice that they were alone in a cave, just like he was with Ygritte too. But it turns out he was just showing her some murals drawn by the Children of the Forest, and there are White Walkers on the walls. I am open to the idea that he carved those himself. Like, 99% sure for the stories, like in the canon, he didn't do it, but it's a funny thought that he did. Daenerys says she'll fight for him, pauses for like 5 seconds, and then says, "When he bends the knee." She's such a tease. What the heck? My question is, do people bend the knee to propose in this land? Like, do we get Jon and Daenerys marriage incoming? That way, Jon wouldn't be giving up the North. He'd still be king in the North, but he'd also be king of Westeros as well. Though she says that before she finds out that she says all of that before she finds out her allies have been lost. She comes down pretty hard on Tyrion. His strategy got them all killed, and I don't know if she actually doubts his loyalty, but at the very least, she might feel like he's not ruthless enough with his family. Which we see is somewhat true later, I guess, with Jaime. Her advisors aren't getting the job done, though, and she wants to rain dragonfire on everything. She's just kind of like looking for permission to be the dragon. She even goes to Jon to ask him like what he'd do, and hoping I'm guessing she was hoping for him to like be like, yeah, like, go get Cersei. And he reins her in with a good point. Like, if she brings the dragons to melt castles and burn cities, she'll just be more of the same. On the other hand, though, if Jon I feel like Jon might be... The better path forward might actually be to finish off Cersei as fast as possible so they can get to the north and deal with the White Walkers. But yeah, this season has had so many moments building up things and then immediately paying them off. Bran gave Arya the Valyrian steel dagger, and I was just like, damn, I cannot wait for that to be used against Whites or White Walkers. She's now one of the people who can take down White Walkers now, yeah, right? And I wonder what the stats are on that dagger. And I was just like, God, we're going to have to wait until like season 8 to see her in battle again, aren't we? And she immediately goes to test herself against Brienne instead, and I really love that. When she says that she wants to train with Brienne kind of chuckles. Like, nobody has any idea how good Arya is, and it's so fun seeing it all unfold, seeing it in their faces. Sansa like stops in her tracks when she sees Arya talking to Brienne. Like, she's hella interested in just how good Arya is. And that battle, Arya moved so much like that Braavosi swordsman that almost killed Jorah in that arena. That was a sight to behold. Arya moved so well, and then like she anticipated Brienne reaching for her hand and like switched her dagger over to her left hand. I could watch a full episode of them just training. That fight scene was only like a minute and a half of like glory, but I could do with a lot more. And Brienne asks like, who taught you to do that? And she said, no one. If I'm Brienne, I'm like, dang, she taught herself this all by herself. The hell? But she meant Jaqen, I guess, and the waif. I'm gonna assume Littlefinger saw that Arya was using the dagger he just gave Bran. But his smile when the battle's over is Arya another person he feels like he can manipulate to gain power in the north. Like, I feel like the more people are in power, it doesn't matter to him how many people are in power. It's just more people he can use against each other. I do like the next scene a lot with Davos and Jon walking towards Missandei. Davos keeping Stannis alive. How many, like Jon was asking, like, how many men do we have? 10,000? Less? And Davos with the fewer. So good. Like, especially considering he couldn't read or write at the start of the series. And now he's, like, correcting people's grammar. And And then later in that same scene, he's just like, I've noticed you staring at Daenerys' good heart. And then he said, speaking of good hearts, Miss Sande of North. So Davos is checking people out too. They talk with Missandei, and she says they don't have marriage in North, so the concept of bastards is foreign to them. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And then they try to get a sense of who Daenerys is from her. Her story of why people follow Daenerys is great too. Davos with the "Would you forgive me if I switched sides?" to Jon. That was great. Theon shows up, and Jon... Thankfully, Sansa told Jon about Theon saving her, or yeah, Theon would be dead by now. And that brings us to the fight on the road from Highgarden to King's Landing. So the Lannisters made a good call prioritizing getting the gold to King's Landing first, because it secures financing for future endeavors by the Iron Bank. But I'm assuming they did lose a lot of food, and I don't know how that will affect things going forward. Poor Bronn, though, like, he just wanted to get paid and just, like, retire. He's been risking his life for Lannister men since the start of the series, essentially. He just wants a nice, cushy retirement, and I would say he deserves it. But even more so after this episode, it's quite telling that Jaime doesn't pay him off right now, though. Like, Bronn is that good of an ally that he needs him for this war. I was thinking earlier in the episode that Bronn might be tiring of waiting for his payment and switch sides. Like, Tyrion does know how valuable he can be, and being Hand of the Queen would entitle him to give him a pretty sizable reward should they win. But Tyrion did offer twice as much to Bronn to stay on his side before. Like, just, he says, come to me if someone, like, pays you to kill me, and I'll pay you twice as much. So maybe that's still in play. But they hear the Dothraki horde before it arrives, and Bronn still prioritizes Jaime's safety, telling him to get to King's Landing while they try to hold them off. And then Daenerys arrives with Drogon. Oh man, Bronn lost all his gold in the fight. All that hard work. But there was no winning for that fight for the Lannisters. Drogon burnt all of the supplies. If she had gotten there sooner, she might have been able to keep the gold from King's Landing. They kind of lucked out that Drogon didn't burn Scorpion before Bronn had a chance to use it. And the Dothraki. This is season 7, and I feel like we just finally got to see what makes them so great on the battlefield. I feel like the only other time we saw them in a all-out battle was at Meereen, and that was like a couple of harpies on foot. And this was just on another completely different level. Maester Luwin said Bran could learn to ride and shoot arrows on his horse back in season 1. Not the way these guys do it, standing on your horse, aiming that arrow, oh my god, and then like jumping off to stab other people. That was really cool to watch. The move that guy pulled on Bronn, like leaning over and cutting off Bronn's horse's leg, that was great. Really, really cool battle scene. And there was that one tracking shot with, is it called a tracking shot? It was like a one shot with Bronn centered around Bronn. That was really cool. But yeah, I wonder if anyone died in that battle just from all the smoke and the flames and not having enough oxygen to breathe because of all the flames. Pretty sure everyone down in that fight now has lung cancer too. But Bronn actually manages to hit Drogon with a bolt from the Scorpion. And I wonder if in that moment he thought he had slain a dragon. Because you see his big, huge smile. But Drogon falls for like quite a while and just stops. I think he was just playing that he was like falling all the way, and he just stopped and started flying again right in front of the Scorpion and like breathed dragon fire all over it. Yeah, but Bronn barely manages to get away. And Tyrion, he started to see just what his going against his family means. He saw Lannister men dying in front of him. I mean, that must be rough. I got a bit of it too as the audience. Like, I didn't want Jaime or Bronn to die, and then I didn't want Daenerys or Drogon to die either. I'm gonna get a drink of water. And then Tyrion, he caught sight of Jaime deciding to rush at Drogon and Daenerys. And he was like, "Flee, you idiot! You forking idiot!" Yeah, Tyrion thought in that moment that Jaime was dead, and I thought he might be too. Like, whoever it was that saved Jaime, good on you. I'm guessing it's Bronn and not some no-name Lannister man. I guess it could have been Dickon or Randall, but from the editing, it looked like it was Bronn from the back. Yeah, I was scared that Bronn was going to die during this entire fight. And at the last moment, I thought it was going to be Jaime. I mean, Jaime's still not in the best position right now. Like, it seemed like he was unconscious, and he's wearing that armor that's gonna sink him to the bottom of the river or whatever body of water they were around. Yeah, the Lannister army got demolished. I don't know how many people were there, so it's not like their entire army's gone, but it's a big chunk. So yeah, first big win for Daenerys in Westeros. I don't know that it makes up for her losses, but it's a start. Like, just imagine what would have happened if she had brought Viserion and Rhaegal. That would have... Jaime would be dead right now, so would Bran. But I have to say, Jaime is a knight before he's anything else, refusing to retreat while his men fight, charging straight into the battle at any cost. I think if he had actually thrown the spear before Daenerys or Drogon realized, he might have actually ended the war right there. Though I don't know if he has that skill to throw spears that far, but if he had succeeded, he would have killed Aerys and his daughter and ended the Targaryen line, or so he would have thought. He would have been the king and queen slayer. Alright guys, so we're just past the midway point of this season, but we've got such a great episode. I can't imagine what's in store for us at the end. I'm going to give this episode the same score as Battle of the Bastards, 5.25 direwolves. Just the emotions from seeing the Starks reuniting, possibly one of the best one-on-one fights we've seen so far against Arya and Brienne, even if it was just training. And then this colossal fight at the end, it was incredible. And the thing is, I went into this episode not knowing what was going to happen. Like, I was pretty sure Jon and Ramsay was coming, like, that episode, but this episode was just like, here are a bunch of things you weren't expecting or weren't expecting yet. Enjoy! So that was really great. Alright everyone, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch the final 3 episodes of this season right now. Or if you want to check out the full episode reaction, make sure to check out the early access option and the full reaction option on Patreon in the link in the description below or over here. Thanks for watching. Bye friends!